Hey, Joanna! Thanks so much for coming back to the English to Sleep podcast. It's always great to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about something truly out of this world: space travel. Imagine flying far beyond our planet, seeing Earth from way up high, like a tiny blue marble. Get ready for some cool facts and exciting dreams about humanity's journey to the stars.
Hi, San. It's always a pleasure to be here. Space travel is such a fun topic, isn't it? It makes you think about all the amazing things humans have done and still want to do. From classic science fiction stories to incredible real missions, we've always looked up at the stars with wonder. I'm excited to explore space history, curious facts, and future plans with you today.
So, let's begin our journey at the very start of human space travel. It wasn't that long ago, really, when you think about how old Earth is. In 1961, a very brave man named Yuri Gagarin from Russia became the first human in space. He orbited Earth, seeing it from a place no one had ever seen before, a truly breathtaking view. His flight was a huge step for humanity.
It's incredible how fast things moved back then during the early space race. Yuri Gagarin was a true hero, a pioneer who took an enormous risk. His flight was short, only about 108 minutes, but it completely changed everything. It showed the world that going to space wasn't just a dream, but a real possibility. It opened up a new door for all of us, proving that humans could indeed leave Earth.
And then, just a few years later, came the most famous space trip of all, the Apollo 11 mission to the moon in 1969. Everyone remembers Neil Armstrong saying, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." People all over the world, in their homes, glued to their TVs, watched in awe. It truly felt like humanity had achieved something utterly impossible, touching another world.
The moon landing was a moment that brought the whole world together in amazement. Everyone watched in wonder as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon's dusty surface. It wasn't just about getting there. It was about amazing teamwork, pushing science and technology to their limits, and the strong human wish to explore. It showed what we can do when we try very, very hard.
After the moon landings, space travel changed. We started building things in space to stay longer. For many years now, we've had the International Space Station, the ISS. It's like a huge, shared science lab floating high above Earth, where astronauts from different countries live and work together. It's a real floating home, moving super fast around our planet, completing an orbit every 90 minutes.
The ISS is amazing because it shows how different countries, despite their differences on Earth, can work together for a common scientific purpose. Astronauts live there for months at a time, conducting important experiments. They see an astonishing 16 sunrises and sunsets every single day. Imagine that incredible view of Earth from their window, a constant reminder of our shared home.
Living in space must be very different from Earth. What's it like to eat, sleep, or even brush your teeth in zero gravity? Astronauts have to strap themselves into sleeping bags attached to walls so they don't float away. Food comes in special packages, often dehydrated, and water floats around in little balls. It sounds fun for a bit, but also very tricky to manage daily life, right?
It certainly sounds like a strange new way to live. Simple things like pouring water into a cup or just walking across a room become entirely new challenges. Astronauts must exercise a lot every day to keep their muscles and bones strong as they weaken quickly without gravity. It truly shows how much our bodies need Earth's gravity and how tough and adaptable astronauts must be.
Beyond the ISS, space travel has also given us incredible robotic explorers. We've sent probes and rovers to distant planets. For example, the Mars rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance have driven across the Martian surface, taking pictures and looking for signs of water and past life. These robots are like our eyes and hands on other worlds, sending back amazing discoveries.
Robotic missions are so important because they can go to places humans can't yet or that are too dangerous. They can explore extreme environments and collect data for years. These rovers have taught us so much about Mars's past, showing it might have once been a warmer, wetter planet capable of supporting life. They are preparing the way for human missions.
After the moon landings, space travel changed. We started building things in space to stay longer. For many years now, we've had the International Space Station, ISS. It's like a huge shared science lab floating high above Earth, where astronauts from different countries live and work together. It's a real floating home, moving super fast around our planet, completing an orbit every 90 minutes.
The ISS is amazing because it shows how different countries, despite their differences on Earth, can work together for a common scientific purpose. Astronauts live there for months at a time, conducting important experiments. They see an astonishing 16 sunrises and sunsets every single day. Imagine that incredible view of Earth from their window, a constant reminder of our shared home.
Living in space must be very different from Earth. What's it like to eat, sleep, or even brush your teeth in zero gravity? Astronauts have to strap themselves into sleeping bags attached to walls so they don't float away. Food comes in special packages, often dehydrated, and water floats around in little balls. It sounds fun for a bit, but also very tricky to manage daily life, right?
It certainly sounds like a strange new way to live. Simple things like pouring water into a cup or just walking across a room become entirely new challenges. Astronauts must exercise a lot every day to keep their muscles and bones strong as they weaken quickly without gravity. It truly shows how much our bodies need Earth's gravity and how tough and adaptable astronauts must be.
Beyond the ISS, space travel has also given us incredible robotic explorers. We've sent probes and rovers to distant planets. For example, the Mars rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance have driven across the Martian surface, taking pictures and looking for signs of water and past life. These robots are like our eyes and hands on other worlds, sending back amazing discoveries.
Robotic missions are so important because they can go to places humans can't yet or that are too dangerous. They can explore extreme environments and collect data for years. These rovers have taught us so much about Mars's past, showing it might have once been a warmer, wetter planet capable of supporting life. They are preparing the way for human missions.
looking to the future. One of our biggest and most exciting goals is to send humans to Mars. It's a much longer trip than to the moon, taking many months, sometimes even over a year, depending on how the planets are lined up. Companies like SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, are building huge, reusable rockets like Starship to make this dream happen.
Sending humans to Mars would be the next huge step for us, a truly monumental undertaking. It presents enormous challenges, from protecting astronauts from space radiation during the long journey to building a sustainable habitat on a cold, harsh planet. But the idea of exploring a new world, searching for signs of old life, and starting a new human home beyond Earth is incredibly exciting and inspiring.
Imagine what it would be like to live on Mars. People would need to build special shelters to protect themselves from radiation and the thin atmosphere. They'd have to find ways to grow food, maybe in underground farms. It would be like starting a brand new civilization, far from Earth, with its own unique challenges and incredible discoveries waiting to be made.
It would be an amazing adventure, but incredibly difficult. Astronauts would need to be very resourceful, using local materials on Mars to build and survive. They'd have to figure out how to get water from ice underground and how to create breathable air. It's a massive engineering and human challenge, requiring incredible teamwork and dedication from the first Martian colonists.
Besides Mars, scientists dream about exploring other planets and moons in our solar system that might hold secrets. Maybe one day we'll send special robots to Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. It might have a huge hidden ocean of liquid water under its icy surface, a prime place to look for life.
The search for life beyond Earth is one of the most compelling reasons to explore space. Imagine finding tiny life forms thriving in Europa's ocean, or a unique world like Titan, Saturn's largest moon, with its own thick atmosphere and liquid methane lakes. It would completely change everything we know about life in the universe.
Titan is really unique because it has an atmosphere and weather, just like Earth, but with different chemicals. It even has clouds and rain, but it rains liquid methane. Exploring Titan could tell us a lot about how life might start in very different conditions. It's like a natural laboratory for studying early Earth conditions.
Absolutely! Titan is a truly fascinating world. Its complex chemistry and geological features make it a top target for future missions. A mission like the proposed Dragonfly rotorcraft, which would fly around Titan, could help us understand if life could form there, or if it represents a different path for chemistry that doesn't lead to biology.
And what about space tourism? It used to be only for very specially trained astronauts, but now private companies like Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin are starting to offer trips to space for everyday people. If you have a lot of money, that is. Imagine flying just above Earth's air, seeing our planet's curve and floating in weightlessness for a few minutes.
Space tourism is a cool new idea, making the dream of space accessible to more people, even if it's super expensive right now. The experience of seeing Earth from space known as the overview effect, often changes how people think about our planet's beauty and fragility. It's a small step towards a future where going to space might be more common someday, like flying on an airplane someday, but much higher.
Imagine taking a short trip, feeling the power of the rocket, then suddenly being able to unbuckle and float around the cabin, seeing Earth as a giant ball below you. That would be an unforgettable vacation. Way, way better than any beach trip, even here in Utabeach. It's a completely new kind of adventure for the super rich for now.
It sounds truly amazing. The feeling of weightlessness is described by astronauts as being incredibly freeing and fun. And that view of Earth with its swirling clouds and vast oceans must be something that stays with you forever. It's an experience that really puts things into perspective, making you feel small but also connected to everything.
But space travel also has its problems and big risks. It costs a lot of money, requiring huge investments from governments and private companies. It's inherently dangerous due to the extreme conditions of space, the immense power of rockets, and the complex machinery. And it can be very hard on the human body, both physically and mentally, during long missions.
You're right. The challenges are very real. The dangers for human life are immense, from launch failures to long-term radiation exposure in deep space that can harm DNA. And the money needed is astronomical, demanding huge budgets. We need to find new ways to make space travel safer, more affordable, and more reliable for everyone who dreams of going.
There's also the growing problem of space junk. Thousands of old, broken satellites, discarded rocket parts, and tiny fragments of debris orbiting Earth at dangerously high speeds. This junk can hit active spacecraft, causing serious damage. It's like a growing trash heap in orbit, a real threat to future missions.
Space junk is a very serious environmental concern, creating a cascade effect where one collision creates even more debris. This makes Earth's orbit increasingly risky for satellites in future space endeavors. We desperately need new ideas for cleaning up this junk and for building spacecraft that produce less waste.
Beyond our solar system, there's the ultimate dream, interstellar travel. That means traveling to other stars, far beyond our sun. It's much, much harder, taking thousands or millions of years with current technology. But scientists are already thinking about new ways to travel, like using light sails or faster engines.
Interstellar travel is the stuff of pure science fiction right now, but it's a dream that keeps humanity pushing forward. Imagine reaching another star system and finding planets that might harbor intelligent life. It would revolutionize our place in the universe. It's a goal for many generations from now, but it drives current research.
So, from Yuri Gagarin's first bold flight to ambitious plans for Mars colonies and even potential space hotels for adventurous tourists, humanity's continuing journey into space is truly one of our greatest ongoing adventures. It's a story full of boundless wonder, incredible courage, and a relentless desire to explore what lies beyond our home planet.
It truly is an inspiring and ongoing saga, San. Space travel continuously pushes the boundaries of human ingenuity, scientific understanding, and sheer resilience. It reminds us that there's always more to discover, more to learn, and more tough challenges to overcome as a species. The universe is vast and full of secrets.
The universe is so big, it's hard to even imagine. There are billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars, and many of those stars likely have planets orbiting them, just like our sun. So, there are probably countless planets out there, some perhaps even similar to Earth, waiting to be found.
The sheer scale of the universe is mind-boggling. It makes you feel very small, but also part of something immense and grand. Thinking about all those other planets makes the search for extraterrestrial life even more compelling. Are we alone, or are there other living things out there, perhaps even looking back at us?
And it's not just about finding life. It's about understanding the universe itself. How did it begin? How does it work? Space telescopes, like the Hubble Space Telescope and the new James Webb Space Telescope, are like giant eyes in the sky, showing us things we never could have seen from Earth.
Those telescopes are truly time machines, letting us see light from billions of years ago. They are helping us answer some of the biggest questions about the universe's past and future. They show us how stars are born, how galaxies form, and give us clues about dark matter and dark energy, things we still don't fully understand.
Well, Joanna, this has been an absolute blast, launching into the wonders and mysteries of space travel on the English to Sleep podcast. You were a fantastic co-host, and I feel like we've taken an incredible journey to the stars together, all from the comfort of our recording studio here in Urabichek, Santa Catarina, Brazil.
It's been my absolute pleasure, Sen. Thanks so much for having me. I had so much fun exploring distant galaxies, powerful rockets, and the exciting possibilities of humanity's future in space with you and all our wonderful listeners. To everyone out there, thank you for tuning in to English to Sleep. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars, dream big, and maybe one day you'll even take your own small step into the cosmos.
See ya.
Bye.